Nice! Triple XP, let's go. What's up, everybody? I heard we're supposed to be doing, for all the fans of the game and all the die-hard fans, we're supposed to be doing gaming and live streaming and everything of Battlefront 2 all day today, so let's get it going, right? Let's do this. Support the game, support the channel. Let's start off with a co-op match just to get warmed up. Get warmed up, make us feel good about ourselves. Also, still working on trying to get things set up to be doing some Bad Batch reviews. Hopefully that'll be something we'll be doing in the near future. Camino. Let's go. Same color? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same color. There really is no difference, is there, except for the gun, as far as the look. That one's obviously vastly different. It's interesting, the assault and the heavy that I have equipped are the same, and then the officer and the specialist that I have equipped are exactly the same.
We'll show them what mistake they've made.
Oh yeah, I should have gotten the sniper.
The flankers take just one position. We'll have to fall back. Man the defenses, boys. Grenades, make way.
Ooh, I'm glad I'm getting warmed up. Saw how off those shots were. Good timing on that. I do say so, my chef.
We've been joined by Master Yoda. Grenade!
It's hard to tell if there's really any difference in the headshots you get on a droidica, honestly. Wait, this one's contesting? There must be somebody below here. Yep. That's what I taught. Little sneaky droid. Feels, I'm seeing a lot of that man, it is ooh, it's It's being glitchy right now. I'm getting lag.
Wait, this is it? Nobody told me it was gonna be this easy. We'll bring peace to the galaxy. I will stop you.
Where was I getting hit from?
Ready to quit yet?
Like, I mean, you see that? Like, how many... It just kept on moving him.
Really didn't think this through.
And it is lagging bad. Servers are probably overloaded. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I mean, if that doesn't tell you to, like, do a Battlefront 3 because people are playing it so much that your servers are just completely overwhelmed.
Again, Count.
I mean, maybe it's not that, but it's a slow internet connection. But I know my internet is fine. I don't know why it does that. It says that on this game. This is the only game where I ever have anything like that come up. I'm gonna let them take A if I can.
Outrageous. I'm warning you. Don't want to make me
Oh, alright.
There. The Seppies have given up their attack, and Camino is safe. They'll think twice before trying that again.
Yeah, I really am not sure. I'm not sure if it's something weird going on with my internet, but we got second. That's good. Let's see. Let's go to a. Let's go to a different mode. See if we can get Glitch to play with us. I'll give it just a second. Now, if he gets on, guys, we might actually go ahead and do that review. And that would be, well, depend on how many episodes he's watched. I am fully caught up, all 5 episodes. Not to brag or anything like that, but you know. Give it just a second. think the most I think the most busy mode would be Supremacy. And then after that, I would think maybe co-ops after that. Maybe Hero versus Village, just standard HVV. I would assume that Heroes start well. I would assume that Starfighter Assault would be the least busy of all the modes. Well, looky there. Look who joined. I thought you might join. We're streaming right now, so good stuff. Hey, was it um lagging for you when you were playing earlier?
It did a little bit.
Okay.
When I first got in.
Okay. I figure the servers are probably kind of overwhelmed right now, because I was having some serious lagging issues.
Yeah.
So have you caught up with the Bad Batch?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Because I was saying before you got on, we might, if you're all caught up, then we might go ahead and talk Bad Batch spoiler reviews, episodes 1 through 5.
That's good.
I assume you're getting in-game, getting it.
Yeah, I should be in now. I might need to restart it.
Okay. No worries. Alright, so do you want to start off, or you want me to, with our impressions of the Bad Batch?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Alright, so for me, this show is just like, it's mediocre. Like it is just good enough. It is just good enough to keep me watching the next episode.
Yeah.
But it's not good enough for me to invest in the characters, or I don't know. It's really a weird show for me. Almost like I feel if I really like the general premise of these clones that have these mutations, so they're better than other standard clones at certain things. I like that premise. But the actual the premise is cool, but the actual follow through and the I'm trying to think of the right word, the actual product itself that they've made is just, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. And honestly, this last episode that they did, episode 5, is one of the worst things, is one of the worst pieces of Star Wars anything that I've seen in a long time. I thought it was absolutely dreadful. I thought it was absolutely abysmally horrible. I couldn't stand it. Cuz it
That they released on May 4th was the absolute greatest of all of them.
oh
First
man,
episode was the best.
It
And it was
was.
really good.
It was really good.
It gives you hope.
And
I was like, oh my goodness, it's a continuation of Clone Wars. They're going to keep doing what they did
right.
with Clone Wars when they brought it back for season 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay. And
Now,
then another episode come out. I was like, this is still good. It's still good. And then they got
yeah.
to kind of they kind of caught on to the issue of what Mandalorian did, where it was just rinse and repeat each episode. I feel
See,
like
I never really felt too much that way with the Mandalorian. Or I mean, I get what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying of the rinse and repeat issue of it's basically the same thing every episode of Mando goes to a place he needs. There is definitely an outline there, but the thing that made it different was that I actually care about Mando and Baby Yoda,
oh yeah,
and
and you know they pulled it off better. They pulled it off a
right,
lot better.
and so that it didn't bother me when it was that because you had made interesting, compelling, lovable characters. I don't feel like that has happened with the Bad Batch at all.
No,
All
because
of
you had
the
like what 2 episodes or 1 episode with them in season 7 of Clone Wars.
right, yeah.
Right.
I think it was like a 2 or 3 episode arc.
2 or 3, but that's all the
Yeah.
attachment you have.
They can hurt the Republic by
Right.
All you
Well,
have.
and
Now there was
and even that isn't that big of an attachment because you know at some point if this thing goes 3 seasons, if this thing even goes, if it even went 10 seasons, you know these characters are going to die. Like, it's got
Right.
to happen. In order, unless they just are like, screw continuity, we don't care. These characters must die. There's no way they can stay alive.
They could probably find a way for some of them, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it just wouldn't really work. Yeah, I get what you're saying too. I guess they could if they really wanted to. They could find some lame excuse to do it, but it's hard to hit shots when everything's glitching.
They're gonna have them fly away in some ship that was at the end of episode 9. They're
Now,
what they're gonna do at the end of the series.
what is the name of the What's up, Randy? Hey, we're talking just so everybody's clear, we are talking Bad Batch spoilers right now for episodes 1 through 5, just so everybody is clear. And so we don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but just giving a heads up, we are talking about that. So just so everybody is mindful. But yeah, so right. Okay, what's the girl's name again? See, I don't
Amiga.
Oh
Omega.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. I just don't care about the characters on it. I just really
Yeah.
don't. But
I get it.
she feels like she's kind of force sensitive, right? Like, I'm not
Maybe.
alone. I'm not alone in that, am I?
No, that's definitely a theory that people have, and I wouldn't be surprised if they went away with it. I don't know how you explain that, but
Well, because that's always it would be interesting if they did that because that's been a thing that's been an issue they've towed around. They dealt with it in non-canon stuff about whether or not clones of any kind were able to be force sensitive.
right.
So it would be a really big deal if they made her force sensitive, because then they would be saying in canon clones have the ability to be force sensitive. So that would be a really big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, this last episode, I honestly I'm not a fan of the Rise of Skywalker movie. I hated Episode 5 of The Bad Batch more than Rise of Skywalker. I thought it was absolutely
Really?
dreadful. Yes. To me, if I had to say right now, I would probably say it is my least favorite piece of Star Wars material ever.
But we have a name for the Rancor now.
That's why I hate it!
Why do you hate it?
Because you don't, because that to me is the thing that has sucked the life out of Star Wars, is the need to go back and over explain everything to the point that nothing is special anymore. Because I feel like that's kind of what happened with the sequels. Like, that was the big problem with the sequel trilogy, was they felt like they had to over explain every little thing, and it just it didn't make anything special at all. But yeah, I don't want a freaking and explaining things to the point where that it undermines and undercuts good material.
Does it undercut something though? Does it? Well, okay.
Yes, it does, because it made because it makes because it almost makes Luke it makes Luke like this insensitive troll who just killed Yeah, it does.
Because you give it a name?
Because they gave it a name, and it's an actual, like, you know, conscious, like,
okay,
you know, it's a being that actually can be reasoned with. It's not just a mindless creature. Because I mean that's what I always thought of the Rancor as before, was just this mindless creature. But apparently that's not the case. It is.
Well, Luke would have just wrestled with it. Now, yeah, I guess what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
And so when it even slightly undermines a you know, like, what in the world? Yeah, it's so laggy and glitchy. Yeah, midi-chlorians, yeah. Yeah, you're right, Randy. Again, going through and making things unspecial. That's... And that is why a lot of people really did not like the prequels. Like, big original trilogy fans, Star Wars fans back in the day, they hated it. And one of the things they hated about the prequels was the stupid midi-chlorians thing. But, yeah, I mean...
Not so smart now, are you?
I don't know, it's just... Yeah. Because it did, it was... Yeah, to me, if you're going back in time and explaining gaps in history, you have to be extremely careful how you do that, so you don't undermine or undercut things that made that stuff special to begin with. And I feel like that's what happened, and to me that episode 5 just fully encapsulated that.
This is where the fun begins.
Hyperspace whales, yeah. Yeah, Rebels kind of did that with the hyperspace whales too.
I'm not sure you understand who you're dealing with.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. But episode 1, we both agree, is the best episode and was very, very good. What would you say is the second best episode? Now that I've gone on my tyrannical rant about all of that. Which one would you say is second best after episode 1?
Let me take a look.
Okay. For me, it's episode 4. I liked episode 4 with the bounty hunter, all that stuff there. It added some mystery elements. It made things fun. How was he able to do that? Glitchy crap.
Be mindful of your surroundings. Let's make this simple.
And then episodes 2 and 3 were just kind of... Episodes 2 and 3 kind of felt like filler episodes to me. Not a whole lot there. But...
At this rate, none of us are making
yeah, but 1 and 4 were good. 5 was complete, utter garbage and trash. It needs to be just wiped from my memory as soon as possible. And 2 or 3 were just kind of meh. Again, that's kind of how I feel about the series in general, just kind of meh.
I think I like 3 if I'm remembering correctly. I wasn't huge on 4.
Really? Okay.
See how they like a little
I mean, it was good in, I guess 4 was good in progressing it. Compared to the other 2.
Yeah.
I've got a very bad feeling about this.
If I'm remembering them correctly. These 20 years have been a number.
Yeah, Tarkin does already look old in the show.
Trust your instincts.
All the character models freezing for you.
Do what?
All
Yeah.
the character models freezing for you.
Yeah, there were like 5 that I killed that just stood there. Ooh, Darth Maul's coming over here. Oh.
Okay.
Obviously, never fought a Jedi, have
Oh my goodness, man, this thing is glitching bad. I did my 4th ability. Yeah, man, the game is... Yeah, it's being a little gnarly right now.
At this rate, none of us are making
I'm not sure why it's doing that, other than the fact that apparently there are so many people playing that it's
not so smart now, are you?
causing some issues, but hopefully it won't affect it too bad. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about the gameplay, but hopefully y'all enjoy it still and the conversation. So, I know this is premature, and we'll have to re-rank this, of course, at the end of the series, which I think we've got what, 3 more episodes left in the Bad Batch? Is it an 8-episode series, or is it 10?
It might be 10. I feel like it's supposed to... You know, I don't even know. At least go through the end of
For the
the
rest
thing.
of us.
Very true.
And it sounds weird because I'm saying it's I think it's a mediocre show, but I hope it's 10. I really do. I hope it's a 10 episode thing because one of the reasons I feel it's mediocre is because I feel there just hasn't been enough done to it yet. Not enough progression of the characters. So I hope it does go 10 and we get enough there. And I hope we get a really amazing series finale with, you know, just something. I hope we get a really, really awesome cameo. I think we will. And like I've told you before, I honestly think that I think everybody's gonna be dead, with the exception of maybe one or two of the Bad Batch characters by the end of the series.
Yeah.
I do. I think I feel like we're gonna get a little bit of a Jedi Fallen Order ending.
Okay.
Like a very bittersweet, very ominous ending.
The one thing I would like them to do, like to break a trope, is to not end these with Darth Vader. I know people love Darth Vader. I want them to not end it with Darth Vader because everything that goes between the Clone Wars and Episode 4 seems to end with Darth Vader.
I can respect that opinion. I mean,
like, it's fine, I guess, because people love them from Darth Vader content, and I do too, as much as the next person. But I want to see if they can end a series in this era without Darth Vader.
Fair enough. So, okay. So if you're taking Darth Vader off the table, then if we're under the impression that someone is going to come in and just wipe all of them out at the series finale, if we're saying that's going to happen, and you're saying you don't want Darth Vader, then who would you want in his place? Because Darth Vader would be the obvious choice.
Right.
That would be
before, like an Inquisitor, and that would be an interesting tie between that and the Rebels show. But I want it to kind of... I don't even want it to be Force users. You know, the Empire has gotten off... At this point, you know, they just got a jump start. You know, they have all this power almost immediately. It could just be the force of the Empire, you know. It doesn't have to be any one person. But, I don't know. So far in the show, they're avoiding that somehow. But... Yeah, so it would not make sense for that to be how it ends. Well,
but... you know, another interesting thing that this show is doing that is... It is semi-interesting, and it's showing the effects that the Empire taking over, how it changed things in the galaxy. And how there are some people that are really benefiting from it and really like it. And then also how negatively it has affected things. And that was something that The Mandalorian hit on too. You know, that there were some people that really had benefited from the Empire. Not always, mostly not in the best of ways. You know, they had benefited at others' expenses, but benefited nonetheless. And so it's interesting to see that dynamic again. My goodness. Yeah, an Inquisitor doing it would be interesting. I mean, Darth Maul would be pretty cool, honestly.
That would be good. Except for...
I mean, I think that would work out in the timeline okay, from everything I'm remembering.
Yeah. He wouldn't have to do with the Empire, though.
No, he wouldn't, so...
I'm all for Darth Maul content. Sure.
Man, this is glitching on me bad. Yeah, so for Darth Maul to come in, there would have to be another reason, you know. Yeah, there'd have to be some kind of ulterior motive come in for him to do that. Okay, so another thing I was going to ask you, again, it's kind of premature because we don't know yet how the series is going to shake out, how it's going to end. Oh my goodness. Man, I try to move and it won't.
I'm going to tell myself Anakin
Literally
isn't
just
involved
stops
in
me.
whatever's happening here.
But as of right now, we have three animated shows. Three animated Star Wars shows that we've gotten. Clone Wars, Rebels, and now The Bad Batch. So how would you rank those three?
In release order at the moment.
No, just like favorites.
Like you mean rank them like 1, 2, 3, right?
There is no death.
Yeah, but just like, yeah, just the, okay.
I mean, what are they released? That's exactly what my answer is.
So Clone Wars, Rebels, and
Clone Wars
Bad
first,
Batch.
Rebels, and Bad Batch.
Yeah, I think that would be the same for me too. I have a feeling that would be the same for most people. Well, some people would probably have Rebels over Clone Wars, honestly.
Been good exercise for some of the Padawans.
Yeah. There are some really, really hardcore Rebels fans out there that just absolutely
like
love the
Miles.
show.
I know there's a lot of people that hate it.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you're
I don't get that. I don't get why people hate it. I mean,
There is no chaos.
Lots of
There is
shows,
harmony.
any show you ever watch, you got to get past the first season or something, or get the first couple of episodes down. Which people don't give it a chance.
A Jedi's
be honest.
patience only goes so far. Please look where you're going.
So I get it, because Rebels, that's like really a kid show when it first starts. But so was Clone Wars,
Yeah, Clone Wars had a...
Rough start.
Why do I even try?
Well, yeah, because they jump-started it with that horrible mishmash movie
Yeah.
to, just to start off with, but...
Yeah.
Oh my god. Goodness.
Be mindful of your surroundings.
One lightsaber and they all start to scatter.
You don't mean me any harm.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Ha 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 ha, we got him. Oh my goodness, this is killing me.
Darth Maul's arrived. Be careful, brothers. Go, I got your back. Our attack overwhelmed the Separatist
Nice.
defenses. Now they're only so much scrap. Well fought.
Look at so.
Oh.
I'm gonna quit this one. Try a different game mode and see if maybe it works a little bit better for me. Probably not, but
But yeah, I think they might. They'll do something cool for Bad Batch. They'll finish it up. There's bound
Yeah.
to be fillers in every series. It's expected. Yes, sometimes they try to take fan service too far, like with Mochi, whatever his name is, Moochie. I don't remember.
ugh.
I don't
See,
even
that's
know if
not
fan service.
that. Yeah, I
Like,
don't even know
I've never heard
what
anyone
that's
ask
called.
for that. But
Yeah, no one has cared about this. I want to know what the Rancor was. Tell me
But
more about the
to
Rancor.
be fair, I didn't mind it that much. I thought it was.
I absolutely hated it. Like the second I found, like I saw the Rancor thing, I was like, oh, Rancor. I wonder if they're gonna tie that into Jabba. And then when they said, oh, the Rancor is Moochie, I was like, they better not. They better not. And then you see just hear a little bit of the voice of Jabba's henchman dude and everything. I was like, they're doing it. They're doing it. They are doing it. It's like, why are they doing it?
I get it.
It bothered me so much. Like at that point, I watched the rest of the episode because I was like, I'm just gonna finish up this episode, but I completely checked out when the alien dude pointed at the Rancor and said Moochie. I was like, yep, nope, done, because I knew what they were doing. I saw it and I was just like, they are naming Jabba's Rancor. Why? Why do we need to know that? That's all because that's all that episode was about.
I know.
That's all it was about, was letting us know. The entire point of that episode was so we knew the name of Jabba's Rancor. Why? I don't care. Why do you feel a need to over-explain everything? Every little bitty thing.
I know.
That'd be like going back and doing a series like a before the Clone Wars series, and having this little egg that hatches, and it's one of those it's the creature that Obi-Wan rides in Revenge of the Sith, and naming it, and then somebody taking and giving it to the people at Utapau and say, treat it well. Like, why?
Right.
I don't care about that little creature. It's not that I don't like it. That is an amazing scene. That is an amazing scene. But if you did that, it somehow, don't ask me how, but it lessens those things, those moments. It lessens those moments. Now the Rancor pit, which was one of the coolest scenes in Star Wars, like definitely top 20, maybe top 10 awesomest scenes in Star Wars. You could make a case for top 10, especially definitely top 10 in the original trilogies. But anyway.
And now you're gonna go back and watch episode 6 and like
all I'm gonna see.
Oh, it's Mochi.
That's all I'm gonna see. You ruined the Rancor pit scene. Why did you do that?
You're like, oh no, they killed Mochi.
It is exactly. Now you know what? I always thought that the fat dude that was the trainer of the Rancor was creepy because he was crying about. I was like, that's kind of, I was like, that's not. Now I understand. I sympathize more with Moochie, because I'm like, well, Moochie was just misunderstood. He was being forced to eat people, and now I understand why he ate the pig dude first. I'm like, I would rather have pork too. Moochie was just being smart, man.
Yeah, I get it.
It makes.
That's why, thankfully, they're moving on to new things. Because aren't they going back to the High Republic?
Are they?
Pretty sure that's their next movies.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they were talking about going back to the High Republic and the Old Republic, all that stuff. And I hope they do. I want to see a younger, even more boss Yoda. I really want to see that. I would see. There are some things that I do want to see. Like, I would like to see Yoda training up which I don't think we'll see this because the Old Republic is too far removed from Count Dooku. But I would love to see Yoda training Count Dooku and all the stuff that, you know, that went into that, and things like with Qui-Gon, like a young Qui-Gon, and what like disenchanted him with the Jedi and the Jedi Order.
Unobservant hero falls as the villains begin their attack.
But yeah, I would love to see those kind of things. But I don't care about Moochie. Stupid freaking Moochie. Makes me so mad. Ugh. The more I think about it, the angrier I get. Cause yeah, that really is it. It ruined. I will never be able to watch. And that's another thing too, because Return of the Jedi is my favorite of the Star Wars films. Jedi is my favorite. So you ruined. Ugh.
We're doing good.
Stupid glitch crap.
Are working for you?
No. Just another way that Star Wars is screwing me over.
A fate worse than disintegration for the heroes.
The best I've ever done in this game mode. I'm excited.
I'm glad.
Oh, that's so too soon. There I go. It's Yoda. There we go.
And then they just resolve the issue.
I'm not sure I've
Yeah, I'm not done yet. They resolve the issue by, oh, let's get our stupidest character in this show and just have him just wail on him for a while until he tires himself out. That's how you fix this.
I'm sorry, did you just put down Wrecker?
Yes,
There you.
because he's an
Really a
annoying.
gentle soul.
He's an annoying dweeb.
Trying to help you out.
Defy me? I will show you the dark side.
Too slow.
Yep.
You know Moses down here.
need to stop and think things through.
Helpless.
All hail the Dark Lord of Kill Street. The dying will continue until your killing improves by 50%.
Draw them in. Nice and easy. Very confident, aren't you?
Stupid Moochie. I'm gonna blame Moochie for everything.
Okay, okay. You got anything else to talk about?
Moochie is stupid.
Leave Moochie alone.
I hate Moochie. I'm glad Moochie ends up dying.
Yeah, that's an awful thing to say. Can't say
Glad Luke kills Moochie.
Alright. Quality content here, man.
Better content than Star Wars is giving us.
Long word.
Well,
Oh.
I think it is adequate though. Like, I mean, all they're really proving to me is that the only thing they know how to do well was The Mandalorian. So far, that's all they're proving to me. Because the sequel trilogy is junk. The Bad Batch is mediocre at best. So the only quality thing they've given us since the Disney takeover would be Mandalorian. And they Mandalorian has been superb. Now we'll see how they do. And okay, so I guess you would also put in there for the Disney era, you would probably put in there the final season of Clone Wars. But honestly, to me, that would be another sign of, yeah, I won't say mediocre.
Chosen one, countless victims.
I would say slightly underwhelming for me. But good. Good. I will say good. Not great, but good. Yeah, I think you like the final season of Clone Wars a little bit more than I do.
I just absolutely loved it tying into episode 3. I thought it was great. That part of it.
Right, I did too. Those middle episodes with Ahsoka, I did not care for at all, really.
Stuff in those two sisters.
Now her stuff that they did with Darth Maul and all that I thought was good.
My favorite fight in Star Wars.
Was that?
Absolute favorite. Yeah.
In all of Star Wars, that was your favorite duel?
Yes.
Wow, that's very strong. My favorite duel in all of Star Wars is Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Luke and Vader in Episode 5, Luke and Vader in Episode 6.
All hail the Dark Lord of kill streaks.
Just
Darth
it was
Vader,
a freaking
proving once again,
masterpiece.
no one
The
has
choreography
argument
of it.
like a Dark Lord of
Yeah,
the Sith.
it's beautiful. The footwork and everything.
It
I
is
just get
real.
excited every time I see it.
It is great. It is absolutely great. I completely understand why you say that.
Definitely my favorite.
Cool.
I would say, you know, what's probably not agreed upon by a lot of people is, you know, that Probably my top five favorite
I
fights.
quit.
You quit?
Mhm.
Okay. Probably my top five favorite fights, or one that would be in my top five, was Kylo and Rey in Episode 8 in that throne room, until I saw all the continuity stuff online and people talking about how stupid it was. I thought it was a really cool scene.
I still like it. I still think it.
I mean, I like it.
I still really enjoy it. I mean, you know me. I like Episode 8 a lot more than most people do.
Yeah.
And had Episode 9 been better, I would still like it more. I I will say because of Episode 9, my enjoyment and appreciation for Episode 8 has diminished some. Just because, I mean, what's coming next, you know, it ends up being a road that leads to nowhere. It really does. And I hate that. I hate that they did that. I wish they would have just followed through with what they were setting up and going for. Yeah, I don't know. But let's see. Actually, yeah, it is what it is. Episode 8 still ranks fairly high for me. I actually did one of those, the tier rankings for all the Star Wars movies, because you've got S, A, B, C, D. I'm trying to remember. I actually think I'm gonna use that and make a video at some point. I'm trying to remember where I put, because I did that recently. Let's see, where did I put?
Oh, we're already in the game. And we're losing. Great.
I actually still put 8 as an A. Honestly.
Alright.
Look who's here.
Yeah, these guys are a lot better. Okay, that was wonderful.
That's a great team, man.
Wasn't it though?
You don't realize what I won't give up.
He threw me off.
Yeah. Probably a bad play anyway. Oh well.
Yeah, and you know, actually, only one of the Star Wars movies did I put in the D section. I only put one of them in D.
Which one?
Guess.
9?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said yeah. Yeah, I put 9 in D. Everything else got higher than D.
You will submit and die.
Oh, stupid.
Still though, considering how low we came in, we're doing not horrible.
Your fear of him controls you.
Let me go.
Oh my goodness.
You have failed. You cannot resist.
That Jedi is skywalking over the competition.
You're an affront to every Jedi standing.
Cannot hide.
Enthusiastic newcomer Finn
Wow.
continues to make a name for himself, scoring the last kill.
Alright, I think that's going to be it for the stream, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed it, as well as the mini Bad Batch review, breakdown, and rant, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it, that's what it was. But it was fun. Hope you guys liked it. Make sure to share your opinions, thoughts, theories down below. And we'll keep trying to do this. We'll try to do it weekly with the episodes. If we don't get a week, then we'll just do what we did here, because we just talked about 5 episodes in one. Just gave brief overviews on it, so we'll just do what we got to do. But alright, till next time, keep geeking out.